Welcome to Jikook. Hope you're all well, Jikook fans. Today, I'm bringing you a video filled with joy. The K-pop world is in turmoil once again. Just 1 week after the official announcement of the album ARIRANG, BTS, and specifically Jikook, has once again dominated global discussions. Without excessive promotion, without a busy performance schedule, the album's pre-order numbers have skyrocketed. Fans have even called it the loudest, quietest phenomenon in BTS's history. In less than 7 days, ARIRANG recorded pre-order numbers that are said to be among the highest in the group's history. Korean media, international fan communities, and even album sales platforms are buzzing with the same thing. BTS isn't fully back yet, but their impact is already like a hurricane. But interestingly, the biggest focus is on two names, JIMIN and JUNGKOOK. From the moment the first teaser was released, many ARMYs immediately picked up on a strong emotional signal. ARIRANG's feel is different, deeper, more personal. And for Jikook fans, every visual, every brief lyric, and even the concept itself felt like a deliberate message to those who had been waiting for them for so long. JIMIN with his gentle aura, JUNGKOOK with his mature composure, both seemed to carry a story that had never been fully expressed, but was deeply felt. This is what makes ARIRANG not just a new release, but a symbol of BTS's new emotional phase. This fantastic number of pre-orders also demonstrates one important fact. ARMY's loyalty has never waned, but has only grown stronger. Many fans admitted to ordering not just one version of the album, but several, even within hours of pre-orders opening. Social media was immediately filled with screenshots of purchase receipts, accompanied by emotional messages about, "We've finally reached this point." For Jikook fans, ARIRANG felt like a gift. Not because of explicit promises, but because of the presence of honest emotion. Every tiny detail, from the visual concept to the rumored song titles, became the subject of endless discussion. Theories arose, lyrical analysis was conducted even before the songs were released, and it all came to one conclusion. This album would be one of BTS's most personal works. The music industry was also shocked. Some analysts say that ARIRANG's 1-week pre-order achievement demonstrates BTS's unparalleled level. Even without extensive promotions, their name is still capable of moving the global market. And amidst all this, Jikook once again finds himself at the center of emotions. Their gazes in the teaser, the close yet meaningful distance, the way fans read every small gesture. All of this reinforces why this album has felt special from the start. ARIRANG isn't just about numbers. It's not just about records. It's about relationships between BTS and ARMY, between JIMIN and JUNGKOOK and the stories they carry, and between the past and the new era that's slowly being built. If the impact has been this significant in just 1 week, one big question now hangs in everyone's mind. What will happen when ARIRANG officially drops? One thing's for sure, BTS hasn't said everything. And ARMY, especially Jikook shippers, know. This story is just beginning. The excitement for ARIRANG doesn't stop at pre-order numbers. As the days go by, the anticipation for this album grows heavier. Not because of fatigue, but because of the mounting emotions. ARMYs around the world seem to feel the same way. Something big is brewing for BTS, and we're all on the verge of a historic moment. Within the fan community, especially Jikook, the conversation has shifted from excitement to reflection. Many are starting to reminisce about JIMIN and JUNGKOOK's journey from their trainee days to their debut and their adulthood as global artists. The album ARIRANG feels like a common thread connecting all those phases about identity, returning home, and the courage to be true to oneself. The name ARIRANG itself was not chosen lightly. The Korean folk song is steeped in meaning about separation, longing, and the hope of reuniting. When BTS chose this title, many fans felt it had a symbolic message about the distance that existed, the passing of time, and the promise of coming back together in a more mature way. And this is where JIMIN and JUNGKOOK once again stole the spotlight. Some fans noted how in the teaser visual, the camera seemed to linger on their expressions. Not their stage-like expressions, but rather a calm, deep, and almost fragile gaze. Jimin appears gentle yet strong, while Jungkook exudes a maturity unlike any other. This combination led many to believe that ARIRANG would showcase a more human side of BTS. The explosive pre-orders within a single week also demonstrated one undeniable reality in the music industry. BTS doesn't need instant hype to break records. ARMY's trust is already at an all-time high. Even before the official tracklist was announced, before the full concept was released, millions were already convinced this album was worth owning. Interestingly, many fans admitted that the reason they bought ARIRANG wasn't just for the music, but for the story. It told the story of BTS's journey, their longing during their hiatus, and the emotional connection they've built over the years. For some ARMY, buying this album felt like writing history with BTS. On the other hand, discussions about Jikook have become increasingly intense. Every small interaction captured on camera, every behind-the-scenes video clip, is immediately analyzed with emotion. Not for sensationalism, but because fans sense a natural honesty flowing between the two. ARIRANG seems to be a safe space for emotions that have previously been hidden. Some theories even suggest that the album will contain songs with reflective themes about friendship, maturity, and the bonds that endure amidst major changes. If true, it's no surprise that Jimin and Jungkook have become powerful symbols of this message. The two grew up together, experienced ups and downs together, and now stand as two figures who represent warmth amidst the harshness of the global industry. As the days pass, pre-order numbers continue to grow. Record after record is predicted to be broken once the album is officially released. But for ARMY, especially Jikook fans, the greatest achievement isn't the numbers, but the feeling that BTS is back with something honest and meaningful. ARIRANG is no longer just a long-awaited release. It has become a symbol of returning home, of the courage to open one's heart, and of a connection that never truly breaks even when time and distance try to separate. And when that release day finally arrives, one thing is certain: the world will hear BTS's voice again. But for ARMY, especially those who have followed Jimin and Jungkook's every step with their hearts, ARIRANG will feel like a long-awaited whisper. As excitement continues to build, one thing is becoming clear among ARMY. ARIRANG wasn't born of mere ambition, but rather the result of a long, silent process. Many fans feel that this work carries a different breath, calmer, more honest, and closer to BTS's roots as human beings, not just as global idols. Across various fan forums, a collective realization is emerging that ARIRANG is a reflection of a journey that hasn't always been easy. BTS. This is where BTS's power is once again evident. They create not just music, but also space. Space to feel longing. Space to feel connected. Space to return home, even if only through song. For Jikook fans, that space feels deeply personal,